In my first video on this topic, I presented a challenge. Change one of your beliefs by choice. Interestingly enough, it has been met with reluctance, although it should be an easy task for someone capable of deciding what makes sense to them. JP Holding, TektonTV, invited me to debate him on Theology Web. In this video, I will address their responses. But first, a brief look at some of Holding's most articulate comments.
Look in his eyes, light shine from the Lord. Look in his eyes, light shines from his heart and his soul.
One frequent objection has been to my use of the word choice. For me, a situation that involves choice is one in which there is more than one option, that is, if you are able to do otherwise. If you are only able to do one thing, then you do not have a choice. I think this is the correct use of the word. For a belief to be chosen, it cannot be arrived at by argument or other factors. It must be arrived at by choice. JP Holding thinks I have contradicted myself by arguing my position in the first place, but this is entirely consistent with everything I have said. I am not simply throwing my position out there and telling people to choose to believe in it. I am trying to persuade them. There is a difference. The ironic part is that according to JP Holding's position, he actually could just choose to believe what I'm saying is true. Most people have contributed to proving my point that they have a set of criteria which determines their beliefs. The process they describe involves them discovering what matches this criteria best, and has no instance of choice. This is how people choose to believe what they already believe. The belief is formed because it matches their preset criteria, i.e., it appears sufficiently plausible to them. It is only after noticing this that they claim to have chosen the belief. This is why you can't succeed when I tell you to choose to believe that you're a reincarnated waffle iron from Jupiter. Of course, these so-called choices are not reversible because they are not choices at all. They are entirely dependent upon the input of persuasive factors. Cartesian theist's example of reading argumentative material which changed his beliefs is no different from my analogy of walking outside and seeing a dog, thus forming a belief that there is a dog outside. How is choice involved in either scenario? If one does not choose before, then no convincing will take place. Does this mean I have to choose to be convinced a dog exists every time I see one? My argument is incredibly simple. 1. Beliefs are not chosen. 2. Therefore, God is not just. Remember that if you choose not to believe in something, that necessarily means you could have chosen otherwise. Did you choose not to believe in mermaids? If so, you could have chosen to believe in them, despite how irrational this belief is. But are you really capable of believing in such things? In order to be consistent, you must say that you are. J.P. Holding claims that my argument necessitates that God is not responsible for his actions, therefore he cannot be unjust. This reply is irrelevant because regardless, God could not be just either, so he would be by definition not just. The God of Christianity is supposed to be morally perfect, not something to which moral judgments cannot apply. According to J.P. Holding, God does not punish for disbelief, but for failure to act on belief, i.e., not being loyal to God. However, as I pointed out, belief is a prerequisite for loyalty. Here is an analogy which highlights this absurdity. Imagine that I want you to open a particular box and identify the contents within, or else suffer a severe punishment. Unfortunately for you, I happen to have misplaced this box on Io, one of Jupiter's moons. When you fail at this task, would it be fair for me to say that you are just being punished for not opening a box and looking inside, without including any mention of the first step, making it to Io? Dante Ting claims to not only be capable of choosing beliefs, but choosing preferences as well. So, I've prepared a quick experiment to test this. I'm going to try to choose to prefer Coca-Cola over Pepsi. Maybe I'm just not very good at this. Let's see if someone else can do it, after being offered a large sum of money. Okay, according to Dante, he cannot choose to prefer eating the first beetle because he does not know what it tastes like. But who cares? He can choose to prefer the second one, right?
You ready to do this? You must chew them. Ready? Pick it up, put it in your hand.
Hold it
You have
down.
1 minute.
Hold it down.
Time's a ticking, buddy.
Pick it up. One at a time, one at a time, one at a time. Hang on. Okay, you got it. Go ahead, go.
Hold that down. Hold it. Shoot that.
Stay right here.
It's halfway.
All right, take your number 2. 30 seconds left. Come on.
Don't shoot her.
Let me see. Okay. Hold it out. Hold it out so everybody can. All right, pick it up. Put it in your mouth. Chew. Chew.
Don't show me that. Man, that's cool.
Over what?
I don't know.
You think you could have got through 10?
No.
No?
No. The nastiest part was when I had to crunch it and feel the body liquids.
Now I'll have a look at some of the more bizarre responses. Near insanity? I said something similar myself. I wonder if any of the following responses qualify as near insanity.